This is Natasha, and this is her audience.
2 years ago, my family adopted a Saint Bernard named Moses. My little brothers decided to name him, well, they decided to name him Moses, as I said. He was an awesome dog. He would run around. He was really energetic. I remember giving him baths. Just this big fluffy thing. The first time we brushed him, he had all that nasty hair come off. Well, the next day, my mom brought him over to my uncle's to meet everybody, and he chased around the animals on the farm just like any other dog would. And before we knew it, he was collapsed dead in the back of our trailer. Later, we found out that he had something wrong with his heart, either that or asthma, after the autopsy was finished. Hi, I'm going to tell you a little bit about animal adoption. I have done extensive research, and I feel that I'm qualified to speak about this today. Many animals could be saved with pet adoption from purchasing or adopting them from a local animal shelter rather than from a puppy mill or a pet store. First, I'm going to tell you about the number of animals in need, and then I'll tell you about why an animal shelter is better, and then I will explain to you how you can help. Many strays are left on the streets to die, or they are euthanized if they're not taken into these shelters. And puppy mills, they're treated poorly. As you can see in this cage up here, they're all stuck in there together. According to the article, Curbing the Puppy Trade by Anita Hamilton, no pet store will tell you that its puppies come from a puppy mill, says Ed Sayers, president of American Society of Prevention of Cruelty of Animals. But they are exploited to generate the highest profit at the lowest cost for the provider. And the local animal shelters are also becoming overpopulated, and they need families. According to the article, 50 puppies to be euthanized, shelter official says, by Las Cruz Sun News. Vesco Mock noticed some shelters have a standing policy that 50% of puppies in every litter must be euthanized, which is called having the litter. They don't have this process where she works, but she said that they're forced to euthanize them or kill them pretty much if the shelter is overpopulated. Now that I've told you where pets are needed to be adopted, I'll tell you a little bit about why I think that the animal shelter is better than buying from a pet store or a puppy mill. First of all, I think that animal shelters keep pets as healthy as possible, compared to a puppy mill. According to US Today, puppy mills are large, inhumanely run breeding operations that sell puppies to pet stores and online. Breeding stock, they say, are kept in tiny cages, fed subsistence diets, and given no medical care, exercise, or socialization. Puppies are sick and have genetic issues later in life. I think puppy mills are bad, and animals are best placed in an animal shelter until they're adopted because they're cared for and treated like they should be. And there's also volunteers like myself that go walk the dogs and spend time with the animals. Another reason why I think animal shelters are better is because it's cheaper and they have a better motive. The Humane Society uses the money to keep the animals fed and healthy, and it's also a non-profit organization, so they don't make money off of the animals that their people adopt, compared to the puppy mills and pet stores, which sell, according to Sharon Peters, and Saturday is Puppy Mills Awareness Day, 200,000 to 400,000 puppies are housed, or dogs are house breeding, and they produce 2 to 4 million puppies a year. Another statement from this article is breeding under conditions with unattainable and socially unacceptable. This will be in the next couple years. Now that you know why I think that animal shelters are better, I will tell you how you can help. First of all, you can make a donation. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could be food or anything that the shelter may need. You could also adopt an animal or be a foster to an animal, which is where you take an animal that's sick or just to watch them while they wait for a family to adopt them. You don't have to pay for any of the cost or food. They give you all of that. You can volunteer, and if you have any other questions, you can also contact your local animal shelter. And I have the address there, the phone number, email, and then the website. Some of the stuff that they need at the animal shelter here for the animals is some cat food and puppy chow, and they also have some stuff on their website for the office and the shelter. Moses only knew his family for almost 2 days. It's nice to know that I had a part in making his life a happy end. You never know, you could do the same thing. We are in college and most of us don't have time, but I encourage you to look at adoption. If you're looking for an animal, look at the adoption shelter first, volunteer, donate, and save an animal's life. Thanks.